Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness here on thrilling Thursday here in Connecticut. Raining like crazy, and it's going to be all day. Luckily, I got out and got my workout in the morning, but it is raining, but they're all good, man. They're all good. Anyway, many of the subjects of these videos come from feedback from my students, and this is no different here. Spit buzzing and kettlebell. Anyway, young man that he claims that those two things sort of put him over the top. All right. Anyway, let me honk a little bit. I have played, and we can get to it. Spit buzzing and kettlebell. Are you doing either of them? Most of you are not. I had 5 lessons yesterday. 3 of them are on kettlebell. Guys, get with the program. Anyway, let's see what we got. Anyway, Double C is a little humble. And you saw the spit buzzing, the pictures. 2 of my guys, Jerry, of course, doing the spit buzzing, and Pavel Tatsolin, if I'm pronouncing his name right. And who would have thought in a zillion years that the 2 worlds shall meet? Anyway, spit buzzing and kettlebell. Now here's the deal. I have a young man, I have several young men, but this guy in particular is the winner of the Jerome Callett Memorial Scholarship. And he has been studying with me for, I'm going to say 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. Now the first part of his career with me, he had braces. And we got with all the the concepts, and we tongue through the teeth, all that sort of stuff. Got it. But with the braces, it was basically marching in place. Okay, there was really only so much we could do. Now, we did a lot of music, Arbin and Clark and all that sort of stuff, but the chops itself, okay. It was 1 year ago in August, so it's not quite a year yet, 1 year ago in August that he got the braces off. And yes, he's a junior in high school, 17 years old. And he, anyway, got the braces off. And I'm not going to say we were starting from scratch, because on his way back from getting the braces off in the car, he was spit buzzing. So he wasn't starting from scratch, but really, in effect, he was starting from scratch. Let's say this. He was changing his embouchure. If you've ever had all that hunk of metal in your mouth and then if they take it out, it is an extraordinary difference. It's a completely different way of playing the trumpet. So let's just say he's going through an embouchure change. So in less than 1 year, he's up to legitimate G's above high C. Legitimate. Quite frankly, I told him, I thought it might be a little quicker than this because of his background prior to the braces. But again, I never put a time limit on it. And the fact of the matter is, he's doing great. He's doing absolutely great. So I said, what do you think? Now, he went up to a high C quite quickly. And usually when you get the high C locked in, you go into right up to the F. It didn't quite go right up to the F. It D and E flat for sure, but not quite the F. That took a little while. All of a sudden, again, as I said, he's up to the F and G and he's got it. It sounds terrific. He's playing a 1SB on a Bach trumpet. So his tone in the middle register, low to middle register up to a high C sounds fantastic. The tone itself he could play in any symphony orchestra, anywhere. First, fourth, doesn't matter. And above high C, his chops are screaming. He can play. He's got professional chops, from a low G to a G on top, above high C. Professional level chops. Better than a lot of pros, quite frankly. But anyway, I'm getting off the subject. But I asked him, all of a sudden, the F and G just started screaming. What do you think, what do you attribute the sudden burst through the plateau to? Again, I'm constantly trying to get feedback and information. And he said a few things. First of all, the fact that he wasn't in school, he is taking all AP courses, and it's all online. So there's no reason for him to go to school. So he said, he's a nice kid, and I'm not giving his name for this reason because it's going to put him in a bad light when he says this. He says, all of a sudden, I don't have to go to school and listen to lousy trumpet players, which, guys, is an issue. Is an issue. If you're surrounded by a certain sound, a good musician is going to try to adapt to that sound. And all of a sudden, everything was relative. He's home, and he's doing everything online, and he just immersed himself in all things true power. Okay, that's part of it. I said, physically, can you attribute to anything specific? He says, there's no question, spit buzzing and kettlebells. Now, I introduced him to the kettlebells maybe 2 months ago. He said it is unbelievable how you can play one phrase 1 minute and sort of be scuffling with it. And you can do either or, spit buzz, and all of a sudden the phrase comes out, or do a set of 10 kettlebells. All of a sudden the phrase comes out beautifully, whether it be high note, articulation in the middle. That's another thing. The kettlebell really puts a jump in his multiple tonguing. No. You play something out of the Arbin, okay? Stuck in the mud, you do a cassette of 10, or you spit buzz, or both. All of a sudden it's flying. Now, there is an issue. You can't bring a kettlebell with you to Carnegie Hall. You know, there's no question about it. But the whole point is, yes, it takes you next level, but once you get to the level beyond, the middle level is just going to be remote control. Okay? And I get, guys, spit buzzing, not only outside of the practice session, but during the practice session as well. And guys, please do it right. I have heard such god-awful spit buzzing. Tight, pinched, squeezed. And you know, if you do it that way, that's what your sound is going to be. Tight, pinched, and squeezed. Guys, you have to do it with a nice full sound. You have to, if that's what you want, is a nice full sound. If all you're trying to do is squeak out some high note, yes, go ahead, knock yourself out. That's not the way we do it with true power, okay? And that's not what this young man sounds like either. Spit buzzing and kettlebell. Now, kettlebell has to be done correctly, guys. And I can give you a kettlebell / trumpet lesson anytime you want. I did 2 of them yesterday, guys. And it's unbelievable the spike you get in because of hyperirradiation. I've explained that many, many times. But it actually takes more stress off the chops because you are putting more stress on the muscles that of the core, whatever. Now, my student, I said, try to put into words what that kettlebell is doing for you. And he said it's almost like lifting weights, in that one day you do a 100-pound curl, okay? Curl is this, down in front of you. And then all of a sudden, a 20-pound curl is going to seem like a day at the beach. You can do it on your pinky. That's how he explained it. And guys, it's amazing because here you are compressing with this kettlebell, and all of a sudden you go to the trumpet and you are super uber relaxed because you are so much stronger than you were 30 seconds ago, and you're so much stronger trying to do something. It just relaxes everything even more. Guys, that, if you are troubling with your chops, if you're at a plateau, guys, I'm telling you, it can instantly put you over that plateau. Do not try kettlebells without a competent teacher. I am certified by Pavel, who's the top guy in the world, and I strongly suggest, if you would rather not do it on Skype, get to a teacher from Pavel. He has a website. Get in touch with me, and I can give you a couple names within such and such a radius of where you live, and go get it done right. Go get it done right. Okay, the last thing I want is somebody calling me. I got to say, my back, I threw it. Guys, it can be done if you don't know what you're doing. All right? All right. Anyway, eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Love you all.